Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch, died on Thursday after serving the throne for nearly 70 years. The 96-year-old monarch died at her remote Highlands residence, Balmoral in Scotland, with all her immediate family flying in to be at her side. Queen Elizabeth II was crowned Queen of 7 countries and she reigned over 16 nations. She came to the throne at the age of 32 after succeeding her father, King George VI, in 1952. The fact that the Queen has died in Scotland rather than in England has added complex procedures in what has been dubbed as Operation Unicorn to her funeral. This plan to be played out in the eventuality of monarch's death was set in the 1960s. Here's how the Operation Unicorn will be carried out. Buckingham Palace has already had a plan in place for Queen's funeral, codenamed London Bridge, as she died in London. However, there were special provisions if the monarch died when she was in Scotland. This plan was codenamed Operation Unicorn. The name was chosen because unicorn is the national animal of Scotland and forms part of royal coat of arms along with the Lion of England. The day of Queen Elizabeth II's death will be referred to as D-Day, while every day following that day will be referred to as D+1, D+2 and so forth, as per multiple reports. Shortly before the palace announced the Queen's death late Thursday, news presenters changed into black attire, black suits and ties as a part of the protocol. The BBC played the national anthem, God Save the Queen, over a portrait of Elizabeth in full regalia as her death was announced, and the flag over the Buckingham Palace was lowered to half-staff. As per the Operation Unicorn, Queen Elizabeth II's body will be brought from Scotland to Buckingham Palace in London within the first week of her death. According to the news agencies, the Queen's body will need to be moved from Balmoral to Holyrood House, her residence in Scottish capital of Edinburgh. The body will then be carried in a procession up the Royal Mile, a central avenue, to St Giles Cathedral for a reception service. Afterwards, Queen Elizabeth II's body will be taken to London on a royal train from Edinburgh's Waverley Station. The coffin will be received in the capital by the newly appointed Prime Minister Liz Truss and be taken to Buckingham Palace. On the 10th day, a state funeral will be held at Westminster Abbey and there will be a committal service in St George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. Thereafter, Queen Elizabeth II will be buried in the castle's King George VI Memorial Chapel.